course, we all hope that if we work hard, we'll get paid what we deserve.
But there is an issue that costs Ohio tens of millions of dollars. People collecting workers' compensation by pretending to be unable to work because of illness or injury. Consumer investigator Craig Thomas has this special look at the unit that tries to find these people.
So when did you come back and start working here?
2.5 years ago.
You've been working here for 2.5 years now? Oh.
What looks like a shaky recording of an ordinary conversation between a customer and a clerk at a convenience store in Toledo is actually surveillance video taken by an investigative group you probably don't know exists, whose mission is stopping fraud and saving money.
Fraud impacts everybody in the state of Ohio. It impacts employers, the cost of doing business, the cost of staying in business in Ohio, getting new employers into Ohio. It also affects the consumer because those costs will eventually be passed on.
Kimberly Pandalidis is an assistant agent in charge of the Special Investigations Unit of the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation. She led WTOL 11 behind the scenes to see what is basically an undercover unit that captures people and companies red-handed, ripping off the workers' comp system in Ohio. The Bureau uses stealth equipment to investigate over 1,000 cases a year and hands over 200 cases a year to district attorneys who file criminal charges. Total amount of fraud uncovered in 2011, $58 million.
Those who really need the benefits from the Bureau of Workers' Comp may not get what they need because others are fraudulently receiving it.
An agent who's in the field and doesn't want his cover blown explains how some of the gear works.
What we see before us here right now is our standard surveillance kit. We'll use this for general surveillance purposes. This could be like in the front of the car, built into something. Some of the video from the clip that we gave you was shot with this mug.
A Bureau undercover agent had the mug when he visited Victoria Hall at work 8 different times, all while she collected workers' comp, claiming she couldn't work because she feared for her life after a robbery at the exact same store back in 2004. Hall ultimately pled guilty in December to felony insurance fraud. She'll pay almost $8,000 in restitution and $1,000 in investigative costs. Hall worked at this convenience store behind me. I spoke to her. She doesn't want to go on camera, but she did admit she was shocked at how aggressive the Bureau was in going undercover and gathering evidence. Hidden cameras also filmed Daniel Uribes working as a roofer in Lucas County at the same time he collected workers' comp benefits. He pleaded no contest and paid over $3,200 in restitution. Sometimes the covert equipment comes out after fraudsters out themselves.
We also utilize social media such as Facebook to conduct our investigations. As everyone well knows, people love to post things on Facebook about what they're doing.
Other times, the Bureau's investigations start with tips from the public.
They see their neighbors, their relatives even, co-workers who are getting something that they know they're not entitled to. It makes them angry.
Certainly with the economic issues facing so many of us, few things make people angrier than people taking money they don't deserve. I'm consumer investigator Craig Thomas, WTOL 11.
Once again, it's important to know the unit doesn't just investigate people, it also looks at companies that commit fraud. If you want to report an individual or a company, you can call 800-OHIO-BWC or go online to ohiobwc.com or Facebook Ohio BWC Fraud. Craig will explain more about what types of fraud cases are on the rise tomorrow on Your Morning.